Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Happy Mod Day today for Tuesday, May the 6th. In total, 29 mods were released for you guys today. All platforms got 11 new and 18 updates, and well, that is it. Everything is crossplay today. Check those timestamps to see what you want to see first. Otherwise, let's jump right in. All right, let's start off today with the Randon Basculante 2000 from Swedish Money. This is a semi-trailer, holds all bulk crop between 30 and 50,000 liters. Those could be done with extensions. You have the small and big, and then we also have a silage style as well if you want to go with that. Now, let's go back to the extension big because that's going to be important with one of our customization options. As far as your wheel setups, we have the old style and then we have a newer style set. And the bit that's the important part with the extension is the original color or with wood. One of the problems with this is the cover is on automatically and we can't see the darn thing at all. So you just kind of have to trust what it would look like. So we're going to get one of both and I'll show you what it looks like outside. Then we have back stickers, which are going to be on some vertical mounts back here. Ba-bam, ba-bam. There you go. And then we also have the fenders, which is an original set or a newer set. Then we've got multiple color options for main, back door, fender, chassis, cover, and rim color. So if we get in here and we open up these covers, what we can see is the original is all white or whatever color you choose. And then the wood is going to be, well, wood. So there you go. The next one on our goodie list today is the Claas Liner 500 Profi L from Agrar Design Austria. This has ground adaptation as well as an animated swath cover and is quite large. 45 horsepower is required for it. It's got a 4.8 meter working width. That's right. This alone is 4.8 meters and it'll do it at 11 miles an hour. So this bad boy's got a pretty cool unfolding animation. So let's start her up and I'm going to click unfold first. And what it's going to do is it's going to put these down everywhere. Bam, 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 bam. Pretty cool. But there's still bits and bobs that aren't down yet. Really, you don't need the rest of it. However, if you want the rest of it, you're going to have to put that stuff down. So, all we got to do is come over here. Boom, just like that. And boom, just like that. Those are crane animations or mouse controls, as you want to call them. So you put those down automatically. I can move this in and out all I want. It's not going to change anything, but I can do it. That's pretty cool. We've also gone with a small Arian right here, the 410. I think it's got like 90, 95 horsepower. It's pulling this thing just fine. So there's that. You can see the movement whenever you're going back and forth. It's a pretty cool piece of kit, man. Especially for a smaller farm, I think this would be great. Ooh, especially throw like a mower on the front of it. Yo, you in business. This next one's pretty interesting. This is the Agricultural Transport Trailers from GNFS, and it is meant to hold, at least that I can see, in addition to other things, the small Massey combine harvester. We could change up the main color as well as the rim colors. However, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at this thing. So we've got our trailer back here. I find it interesting that it's got these wheels just all in the middle, but, well, I guess you can run over them or something. So let's get out of here. We got our combine harvester as well as the header trailer because, yeah, it'll do some stuff. It does have a lock on it, so instead of... well, it does have straps, but it also has the lock set up, so you can activate or deactivate the lock. It's kind of neat. So we'll deactivate the lock, and we'll bring these down. Bam! Just like so. We'll grab our Massey, drive it up, and yes, this has a hitch on the back too, so you don't have to worry about doing anything else while I'm crazy. Let's say, can I do this? Probably not. Oh, got it. It's what it's doing is not working. I'm gonna have to back this thing up. There we go. That'll do it a little bit better. Ha ha! Yeah. Who's the boss now? Yeah. So we've got that. Boom. All good. We'll activate our lock. Flip it up. There we go. And then we'll back up to our header trailer. Let's see if I can back up to it from here. I'm pretty sure I can. Oh yeah. Too easy. Too easy. And then pull away. I've got the 7 something. What is this? 7S. I've got the 7S on the front here. And we're rocking. We're rocking, man. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So you could probably use other things with this if you wanted to. So there is that. The lock doesn't seem to be working. Not sure what's up with the lock, but hey, we're here. So let's move on. Here's a fun one. This is the Quicke L200. This is from the Ada Mining and ABP team, and it will hook up via 3-point and front loader. It is a bale spike. Of course, you can use it for all of your different types of bales. Weighs 170 kgs by itself because it's Quicke. You can also set it up with those no color options. Would be nice to see those in the next version. However, we do have the setup, as I mentioned, of 3-point or front loader. No configurations required, it just works. Moving on, we got some placeables. The first one is the Confining Cows. This costs $60,000, 70 bucks a day, which is a little bit high, but it is okay. 6 doors, or animated doors, to be opened and closed around, 200 head of cattle. We do have an automatic water supply. However, you are going to have 65,000 liters of food, 50,000 liters of straw, 250,000 liters of manure, which is over here on the side, as well as slurry at 150,000, and, well, it says manure again at 250,000. Regardless, manure is going to be right here. That's pretty cool. Slurry is around towards the back, and then, of course, the animals go right here so that you can pretend to load them in and out, which is awesome, and you can even open up some gates, which is very, very cool. Open that up, and then let them in. So you can pretend with it, do a little bit of role play. You're good to go, man. There's some pretty cool stuff with this. I dig it. Next is our cattle pens for beef cattle, and these are kind of the same. I think the Confining Cows is also meant for beef cattle, but it didn't say that. There's no milk, so I think it's pretty obvious. Let's be honest with ourselves. No animations on these doors right here. Don't know why there would be anyway. Manure, we've got a good amount for manure. I will give them that much, 150,000 liters. That's going to be the same across all of these buildings. Yes, there are 3. Big differences is they all hold a little bit different. So you got 200 cows for the big one. If we go over to the medium, we'll hold 150 cows, and we go to the small, 90. So there you go. Kind of give you a little spot around. Most of you guys probably know what these do. Slurry, manure, all good. And then you can buy animals around towards the back right here. Again, no animations there. Kind of wish we had those. We do have some at the ends though, so hey, I will take it. Nonetheless, if you're looking for beef cattle, there you go. And no expandable pastures on these, so you could technically make them hold as many as you want if you're on PC. Up next, we have the Horse Barn Big, and this will hold 16 head of horses. I will tell you this, the building in the front, completely pointless. It does absolutely nothing. There's no interior. Nada, ain't nothing to it. But, however, around towards the back, this is where we can see where we've got places for bales and feed and water. So all of that is good, and right here's where you're gonna buy them. You can expand the pastures, which is nice, and you can also put down meadow grass if you would like. Ooh, birds. Moving on, we have the PGR Buildings. This includes the shed, workshop, gate with a sign, and decorative buildings. We'll start over here with the workshop, and if you're like me, the first time I walked in, I was like, hey, where's the workshop? There's nothing in here. Yeah, it's actually on the other side, so I made the mistake of turning it around the wrong way. But there you go. So just park your stuff outside or right in here, and you'll be good to go. So there is your building. Nice and creepy inside as we back away slowly. Basically have the exterior of this building right here. So you could, in theory, line this up with the end of it maybe. This was something I was thinking about. You could technically like line it up like that. Maybe over here. Kind of like that. And then you would have like this bit on the end, but I guess it doesn't line up absolutely perfectly. But if you do it just right, you can kind of have a little spot out front or to the side, either way. Anyway, moving on, we do have the gate with sign. Now, this gate with sign, I guess it's this way, huh? This gate with sign is in the fences. However, it doesn't hook up to fences. And here's just a regular gate. Again, similar thing here. It's cool, but it doesn't line up with the other stuff. So there's that. We do have a little door, which I dig. And then we have the decorative building, which I'm not a big fan of decorative buildings because they're like houses with no interior. They're kind of pointless. Oh, and for these buildings right here, you're going to need to select the legs because for some reason the roof won't work to delete it. Nice and simple. Up next for $4,500, we have shed. Nothing too wild and crazy. Got some brick, got some columns, got a roof. Is the shed, baby. Next to last, check this out. A house with an interior and a garage. Come on. Must be my birthday today. This is the Polish brick house from Leo taking a swing around the outside. Yay! As far as I could tell, there is no upstairs to it. At least I haven't been able to get up there. But we do have a downstairs. You do have lights everywhere, so make sure that you're open to the right doors. So when you come in, don't forget to take your shoes off. These doors here on the right and in front of you cannot be opened. However, they have made these doors openable. So this goes into the living room where you can take a little bit of a rest there. You've got your TV on the side, and you've even got a wardrobe there too. So that's nice to have. Then in here we have the kitchen, little kitchenette, nothing too wild and crazy, with another little door that goes over to the front. Now, the upstairs, I assume that door would be here. However, every time I click that, I get pushed out the front door. So I don't think there's there. But there is a downstairs. So if we come down here and we open this door up, you do have to, there we go, kind of get in and out. Should be pretty simple. It does seem in like first person it's a little bit easier, but just crouch and you'll be okay. This door doesn't open either, but we do have a nice little area down here. And it's not what I wanted to open. Whole thing. There we go. Yeah. It's enough room for a little truck or something, or maybe a dirt bike. Plenty of room. Super cool. I love it. I'm curious about what's upstairs. Nothing. Oh, that makes sense. All right, out we go. And our last mod to take a look at today, new ones anyway, we've got the Swedish Road Sign Pack Placeable. Now, this pack is full of all kinds of stuff. Normally, modders would go through and make these different customization options. However, they are not. They are all different ones. So, nice to see the stop sign in Sweden and in the US are the same. Very cool, very awesome. So, definitely jump in, take a look. That was no U-turn. Aha. Yeah. Actually got a ticket for a U-turn one time, believe it or not. There you go. Yeah, very cool. All right. Moving on. Let's go that way. Yay. I think we do have a problem with these, though. I am not able to click on them to delete them. Uh-oh. So, yeah, hopefully this reaches you soon. Don't place one down unless you're, oh crap, I put another one down. Yeah, don't place them down unless you're ready to get rid of them. Oh, they have no collisions. Oh, that's why you can't delete them. Can you turn the collision on? Help! Somebody help DJ! Alrighty, well, don't put them down and save your game. I guess you can remove the pack. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go this way. All righty, now let's take a look at some updates for all platforms, starting off with the Michigan map, version 1.1. A new save game is not required for this. Corn harvest texture and yield has been increased. Soybean harvest texture, row spacing, and yield has been increased. Sugar beet row spacing to match Amity equipment and yield increase. More paintable ground textures. This sounds like all the stuff that's come with Gara as well. That's pretty cool. Also, sheds have the gutter and downspouts with water effect when raining. Awesome. No longer able to drive off the map with the train. Boo, that's so much fun. Flat rolling texture. After collecting 10 collectibles, the rest will show up on the minimap, 20 in total on this map. Chopped alfalfa and alfalfa haylage field types have been added for full alfalfa integration. I think this is the first map to add that. Also, 4 base game modded bunk silos have been added to the map for making alfalfa haylage. You must use these bunkers. You cannot use any of the other modded ones or the base game ones to make alfalfa haylage. Also, alfalfa haylage bales can be made by wrapping wet alfalfa bales. How cool is that? What an update. And that's not all, because Prairie Farm, Michigan basically got the exact same update. So, if you guys are playing on either one of these maps, definitely check them out. A new save game is not required for these changes to take effect. So, if you're playing on either of these Taylor Farms maps, Big updates, baby. Let's go. Sunshine Forest has a little bit of a different update. This is going to be version 1001. They have moved the crushable rocks away from the roads, fixed the train not appearing on the map, and some small bug fixes. Next up, the Pack Class Evion 410-450 series version 1.1. They've added of gearboxes, added of 25 km offset, correction of minor bugs, change of transmission, and change of screen animation on startup. Of course, the day I release a gameplay video of the Seedhawk pack, it gets an update. This is going to be version 1.002. Down at the very bottom, fix no conveyor option not filling properly. To be fair, I cheated mine into the video, so there's that. Next from Rawson Mods, we have the JCB TM420S telehandlers, version 101. Fix the rear attacher position, reduce low braking force scale, and add a Michelin Biblo tires. Those are the tires we talked about in the news video yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Also from BC Bueller Farms, we've got the Soaring Eagle SA30 drive-over conveyor. This is update 1001. Fixed appearing dirty in the store and adjusted things to reduce sliding. That's about an update for the JCB Attachments from Rawson Mods to match that telehandler update today. It's going to be version 1001, down at the very bottom, a new fill volume for grain 5000 bucket. Nice update to HR Force Fliegl Timber Runner pack. This is update 1001. Fix the development warnings after patch 1.7, rim color options revised, wheel offsets corrected, or wheel sets corrected rather. Other minus bugs have been fixed, and tension belt bug has been fixed. Now they say warnings after patch 1.7. I am making this on Tuesday, May the 6th, and we still don't have patch 1.8 yet. However, we should have it before Precision Farming comes out. At least I think we should. Moving on. We have the Wifo, HMZ 3403,000 Pro version. I just need to stop reading numbers out loud. This is going to be version 1001. Fixed collision of the forks being in the way with the attacher configuration. Another mod from HR Force, the Lizard RD 1600E, version 1001. Fixed dev warnings after patch 1.7. Another HR Force mod, Universal Rotating Bunk, version 1001. Yeah, you know what I'm going to say. Fixed dev warnings after patch 1.7. Nothing to do with 1.7 as the Pavelli RAT Pack, version 1001. Added external control for the player to fold or unfold the front feet with handle animation and fixed warnings for the axis icons. Next up, the Snüfelstück is back. This is update version 1.2. Down at the bottom, adapted to patch 1702 and minor bug fixes. Getting near the bottom of the list now, we have the Autoload Pack version 101. A tank has been added to load liquid products with a capacity of 20,000 liters. Function to load 2 pallets at the rear of the trailer has been added. An active and deactivate, or activate and deactivate animation showing the unloading area has been added. And it now sports wool and other added products. Here's the mod I said would get updated, and of course it did. The Pig Food Mixer. I think this was released last week, version 1.1. Fix the description. This is great news. Used to, this was showing off, a cow feed. Now not so much. Next to last, we have the Manure Pit, version 1002. Fix non-functioning manure. And your last update for all platforms and the last mod of the video, the Old Wooden Barn. This will be version 1001 from ICAS. Reduced the price, added nightlight, and added solar panels. If you're curious, this is one of the barns that I've got on my grass farm on Riverbend Springs. And there it is. Pretty cool stuff today. Some great updates. A lot of fun today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new, and join the DjGoHam fam. Do that notification dance. That way you never miss videos like this one. If you missed it today as well, Giant Software released a diorama trailer. I didn't do a video on it because I didn't think I needed to. It doesn't really pertain to the content that I make, but if you want to check that out, please feel free. I think Farmer Cop did a video. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and we'll catch you in the next one.